Hello everybody, welcome to a bit of an impromptu stream here. I wasn't sure I was going to do anything tonight, but yeah, I decided, you know what, I'm going to do a little bit of creative work. May as well stream it for you guys. Side note, I have no idea why I'm wearing gold pants. I have literally zero clue how that happened. Actually, wait. Okay, quick sidetrack. We're going through here. Okay, that's what it was. I must have accidentally duplicated a pair of these for one of my other videos when I was testing out armor chimps, but yeah. If you guys didn't see, a new video came out today with, spoiler alert, this area, so I don't want to go into that too much. But let's talk about what we're going to be doing today. So today, the game plan is that we are going to go ahead and... Actually, I think we're going to break this nether portal. Can I? Oh, I guess not. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and... Oh. There we go. I'm getting sidetracked, you guys. We're going to go ahead and work on a nether portal room. As you can see, I've already kind of started. Yeah, but it definitely needs some work. So let's go over the basic idea here. So in the actual base, kind of ignoring some of the spoilery stuff. Oh geez. Well, yeah, you guys can kind of see my creative process. I guess I didn't think this through super well. But you could see in our base on the server, which we can always go and check out, we have this bridge here, but it doesn't really lead anywhere. So I want to go ahead and, excuse me, not fall asleep, but I want to go ahead and design something on the inside here. And if we go outside, I think that I want this to be a sword. So a nether portal sword. Basically, the idea would be that, you know, a long time ago, some sort of giant or ancient creature, some sort of, you know, something along those lines, stuck this giant sword deep into the rock, you know, our giant coral rock mega base here, and it has since been stuck, and it's actually, you know, a magical sword that is a portal to another dimension, and that, of course, you know, in Minecraft terms, being the nether, and this would be our entrance into the base from the nether, so we could, you know, quickly go over to the other island, or we could, you know, go either way here. Now, the ways in the base, I kind of already whipped up a design here, but I want some feedback from you guys for sure. This would take us down like a little honey elevator to this entrance. So, yep, this one here. And then if I just fly up, there would also be a little more like cave type entrance that's gonna somehow connect up with the farms. I don't know that we'll do anything with this little like elevator today. Maybe just like the framework, and then yeah, I'm not really sure where it goes from here, because this is, again, this is right over top of one of the tree farms. So, I mean, I guess maybe it could connect up with the tree farm somehow, but I do have another like little, what does that say? Oh, okay. Yeah, I do have another little like hallway design here that I don't, well, it's pretty similar to the one you guys all know and love. So yeah, I don't know what the game plan is with this elevator, but I think I want to start. Let's start on this cave area. I was playing around with some stuff, but I don't particularly like this. I think we're just gonna start just kind of very like blank canvas, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Definitely going to be a shorter stream tonight, since I, you know, getting started here a little later. Oh, I should set my status. This is cool. This is a little mod called Status, so it's really good to have for like servers and stuff if you're playing with a lot of friends, especially, you know, content creators. That way, like, I can let Ash and Jay, who are on, know, like, hey, just a heads up, I'm streaming. So yeah, just an easy way to see that. Maybe if if they aren't subscribed with notifications, which surely they are, but you know, in all seriousness, no, it's you know, helpful for them to see that yeah, when they log on. So, you know, just being careful not to spoil anything, all that good stuff. How do I want to do the shape? I think the thing that's throwing me off with this, because you could tell like I've done some work, I think the thing that is tripping me up is that there's like, ignore that spoiler, but there's like a couple, I don't want to say entrances, but because there are, like, the main focal point of this, I don't mind that this is a little back or this goes a little bit back here. I like that. But as we get closer, I think it bugs me that we're kind of distracted from the portal with this section here, when like the portal should be the main focus. So I think maybe our first order of business, I don't actually know where the bridge comes to in game, so we can just kind of do, let's just do something like this just to get like a general shape and vibe. Hey Angel, welcome in. Glad you could make it. Thanks for stopping by. We are, as the title says, just kind of working on a portal design tonight. So this is the portal room. And let's see, I wonder if we do, I don't know if this is gonna work or if this is gonna solve the problem I have. Maybe. I don't know why I'm doing this with pale oak. I just kind of have been, and I have so much pale oak that it's like not even funny. So yeah, let's just get some sort of like random pattern going. No, I want that higher up. Yeah, I won't make it look more like mountainy, but okay, I think, yeah, because now from the outside here, this is definitely better. We're gonna mix some stuff in here a little bit. I think, am I happy with that? I just got an idea. I just got a really cool idea. We're just going to, okay. Stick with me for a second, you guys. I think this is gonna look cool. I think this is gonna look really cool. We're gonna use Axiom. We're gonna skip that update. We're gonna use our, and I'm gonna go a little fast here, but if you guys want me to break it down, break down what I'm doing here, let me know. But I think, okay, what if we start, yeah, something like that. I don't know that we really need to use Axiom for this, but maybe just to get the shape started. I want to make it look like there's like roots or branches from the tree coming in here. And this guy, let's pull it more like that. I don't love that shape. What if we, I think the whole thing needs to come down a hair. Maybe we do something like this. Yeah, and this is honestly like, this is a fair bit of the, you know, creative process, at least for me. Like if you guys saw my recent episode building our storage room, I like when I did the candles, actually let's change this now, let's do oak, there we go. Maybe we'll leave that for now, but when I did these like floating candles, I used that line tool, and a good bit of the creative process for me at least is just kind of messing around, trying to find, you know, trying to come up with an idea, and then like, oh, you know, how do I how do I execute this? You know, what can I do to make this a reality? Oh, that's the outside. This is, yeah, this is the other bad thing about this. We have a lot of like space constraints just because of like everything else going on in this area of the base, which like this looks insane from this view, you know, with all the tree farms and the outside of the domes, and yeah, pretty cool though. I think to get a better idea for the shape, because I'm kind of struggling, at least mentally, like where do I begin with this little cave area? Because I already, like separately off camera, I whipped up this little hallway that I'm pretty happy with. There's some cool, if we, yeah, turn off gamma. There's some cool, like, you know, little copper bits. This is where the elevator is gonna go. And this is, again, you know, similar style, maybe a little smaller, you know, not going to be as grand, but similar style to this room. If we fly back up here, I think maybe it could use some revising. But I don't know if the glass, since it's so close. But basically what I'm trying to get at is this was a lot easier for me. This cave section, since it's such like a different part of the base, I'm not 100% sure how I want to tackle it. I think maybe, yeah, this should come down. So I think the best way to start with this is gonna be to do some sort of like wire framing. And then yeah, that'll at least go to there. Well, that feels a little steep for my liking. Ooh. Ooh. You know what could be cool up here? I mean, it could be cool to have this to connect up somehow with the storage room, because we're going to be coming through the Nether a lot. We're going to go through the Nether a lot. So I want to be able to get there fairly easily from the storage room. And right now, you know, this would take us here. And then if it goes down here, you know, like I don't know how that, realistically, how that really connects up. But I was going to say, if it doesn't have to connect up, it could be cool to have this be like an XP farm. Although honestly, because I do want to put like an armadillo XP farm somewhere, we could probably fit that in over here. I initially had it in, and this, I haven't built this yet, so spoilers, but I initially was going to have it like over here. I don't know if this is enough room. I don't know if any of you guys are big redstoners and stuff and into that and smarter than me when it comes to redstone. Let me know, because I am genuinely not sure. Not sure if that would work. Where did that go? Oh well. Know if we're gonna keep this as coarse dirt. Yeah, maybe not. It might be better off as like moss, but maybe if we add in like a couple like little mossy patches, because again, this is different. This is definitely a different part of the base. Like I want this part to feel more abandoned than the rest of it. So we're gonna go ahead and do some adjusting here. Yeah. Let's keep going with this wireframe. I think... Oh. Well, yeah, I can't break that. Noted. Noted, noted. Do... like that. I think we can make the tree root idea work. I just don't think the way I have it now works. But that's okay. What if this... Yeah, maybe this is a steeper decline. Oh, sorry guys, I'm like locked in right now. I'm not paying attention to you. What do you guys think of the new update? Hey Andy, it is going pretty good. We are working on the Nether portal right now, the Nether portal room, and I was just talking about the I guess not the sulfur cube, the chaos cube. I think we talked about that a little last time, but I'm curious to see what everybody thinks of the new dappled forest. Sorry, I needed a drink. I, for one, am honestly pretty excited about that. I have been building like yellow trees and wanting to build like orange and red trees for so long, and they're super fun to do, but it's kind of tough, you know. You can be kind of limited with the blocks you have. So the fact that we're actually getting like autumn leaves in Minecraft, super exciting. I am looking forward to it. Let's start filling this in. I want to get a good, like, concept idea of what's going on. Oop. Force itself looks sick. Yeah, you know what? I agree with that. I think when I first saw it, I kind of did think that was pale oak. Maybe they'll refine it, or like the door and stuff looks pretty cool. I think maybe we need to get our hands on it a little more, because I agree. At first I was like, don't get me wrong, it's going to be exciting to have, because I use like a lot of gray. I mean, if you couldn't tell, I use a lot of different gray blocks and stuff. So it'll be really cool to have, you know, more gray variants, and especially have like the, you know, fences and stuff for gray. But yeah, I agree. I'm like, I think it would have been cooler to maybe have some sort of like green wood. But I mean, I guess we have bamboo. But yeah, I do feel like, I don't know, there's a couple, like green could be a really cool block. But we are getting, you know, we are getting the wood, or not wood, the wool stairs and slabs, which I don't know if I was as hyped for at first, but I think it's actually going to be pretty cool. I think that's going to work out really well with some of these builds. Like, we're going to be able to smooth stuff out more, even though like this is on the outside. But yeah, oh no, dude, I totally agree. I think the door, I think it's the door that has like the diamond. I don't actually know, I don't remember what the trap door looks like, honestly, but I'll have to look it up. But it looked pretty cool. I don't know, I think I said it last stream, but I'm usually pretty, you know, I try not to go into it with these huge big expectations, and yeah, I'm usually pretty happy with the stuff that they're adding to the game. So I'm excited to see, you know, what comes next. Hopefully we do get an end update at some point, but you know, these drops and stuff, they're meant to be a little bit smaller, nothing too crazy. And for, I don't know, for somebody like me who's just really super into building these days, like, yeah, those leaves, I mean, the update could have literally been like 3 leaf blocks, and I would have been like the red, orange, and yellow, and I would have been like absolute cinema. So I'm pretty happy either way. I'm not too difficult to please, I'd say. This looks just like a big old pale oak mess right now, but I want to get the cave shape done a little bit, and then we can work on the sword. the sword's gonna be cool. I think you guys are really gonna enjoy that part. Hopefully you enjoy this too, though. But yeah, like I said, just kind of a chill, creative building night kind of vibe. I think I don't like. Oh, I like that one. I don't necessarily like that. Yeah. Hey, party people, what's good? Welcome, welcome. Welcome in, Shammy. I hope you are having a good night. We're just having a chill little creative building stream here, so... And who knows, maybe if you guys are really interested, we'll do a little spoiler or something for what's to come. So I do have a fair bit designed. I have no idea what that sound was. Did you guys hear that? Interesting. Very cool, very cool. Totally didn't scare me or anything. I don't... Sorry, that's I feel like I've... Yeah. Was that something that... I feel like... Is that a YouTube thing? I feel like I've heard that. Mysterious celebration. Yeah, I'm like looking all over my second monitor right now for like a like what? The only thing I could think, but usually it pops up. Maybe I missed it. I know Cass was streaming. I was like, can you do raids from like YouTube to Twitch? I don't know. I really don't know what that was. Okay. Cool. Well, if somebody is smarter or better at YouTube than me and knows what that was, cool. Unless, like, did somebody prank me with like a note block? I've never heard a note block make that sound though. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know if you guys watch Hermitcraft, but I've been watching a lot of Hermitcraft and a lot of Exuma specifically. And yeah, I'm like, man, I want to do stuff with note blocks. I want to do music stuff in Minecraft so bad. I love music, so I will I thought it could be cool to do like a musical stream too at some point, but yeah, it did sound like an MCC thing. You know what, Jay, he's AFK. He was tinkering with some stuff, so maybe he had some sort of like cool, I don't know, dude, that sounded so familiar. Yeah, at least it was Jolly. I keep seeing all this stuff about like the Backrooms movie and like Obsession and like those horror movies that have just came out and are like really popular. And I don't do well with horror. I don't really like that kind of stuff because I'll be the first to admit it, that scares me. I won't sleep. So yeah, I'm really glad it wasn't like a scary sound, because that stuff I'm like, ooh, that's creepy. It's got me on edge. Who's in my base? They're in the walls, you guys. I gotta get them out. I gotta get them out. And now back to our regularly scheduled stream. Yeah, Shimmy, I saw that too. So people were saying, yeah, this is a Barbenheimer. You know, that's cool. Good if that's your thing. Like, I was excited to see stuff doing well. I was like, that's cool. Good for those guys. And you know, I know they're both kind of like, I don't know, not like the big names that you see in a lot of the movies these days. So it was like very cool. Good for them. But like, you know what? I was like, I probably won't see these. Maybe like when they're out and I can watch them from home, and I can be like just chill and comfy and not totally entirely scared. But yeah, I probably won't do the theater for that. But I did see the Mandalorian and Grogu last Tuesday, I think. Yeah, I saw that a couple days ago. I won't spoil it. I know that's pretty new in case anybody's going to see it, but super cool movie. I did enjoy it. I said it was pretty fun. Oh, Ray, thank you. Can't wait for the video. Yeah, I honestly don't know when this one is going to come out. No clue right now. I have a busy couple of weeks coming up here. So I'm hoping to still be able to do like something weekly. I have a cool video that I was working on about like sulfur cubes and some like really cool stuff you can do with them. So it wouldn't be on this server or this world, but there would be that. So hopefully you guys would enjoy something like that. A little bit different, but I think it's still pretty fun. Something that I been thinking about doing since they announced the sulfur cubes. And then, so if you guys are newer to the channel, you probably might not have seen it, but I do have a hardcore world. But it's about, it's about hardcore Minecraft. But I've been playing in that world for about 4 years, and that's what I started uploading content on mostly. And I have a world tour because I just hit 3,000 days. So I've been working on that. I actually started recording that in like February, but I got really burned out for a while, so I took a break. But yeah, I would like to put that out there too. So that's like my other main world. It's really this world and my hardcore world are the like main Minecraft worlds I play on. But Mando is such a good movie. Oh, honestly, yeah, dude. Any excuse to see Baby Grogu. He literally, so I went to see it with my fiance, and she's not, as into Star Wars. I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I'll be like, can we please, like, will you see this with me? Or, you got to watch the Clone Wars or whatever. And so she went to see it with me, and she loved it. She really enjoyed it as somebody who's not, like a huge Star Wars fan. And yeah, it was just a good time. Like I just think it's fun. It's, you don't have to know everything about Star Wars, even though like low key I do. It's probably unhealthy, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it was like earth shattering, but I think you'd have a good time. Snowzafly? I hope I'm saying your name right. Snowzafly. I'll just say Snow. Is this hardcore world? No, this is not the hardcore world. So this is, here, I'll show you real quick. This is actually a creative copy, our creative server. Oops, sorry, big spoiler. But this is of our server, the Afterlife SMP. So you can see we got a couple other server members on, and I'm just kind of designing my next build. Good question, though. Yeah, the hardcore world is just a me thing. So that is a Viper solo adventure. I guess you could say this is like I'm in the Mandoverse right now. If we're talking about Star Wars, I'm in the Mandoverse right now. Other characters and whatnot, but it's more of a solo journey for me on the hardcore world. Yeah, that is what makes The Mandalorian so great. And I think, I don't know, I didn't super love season 3. I definitely had my issues with it, but overall I still do. Well, I love Star Wars, so I'm gonna watch it regardless. But I think, yeah, for the most part, Mandalorian's been pretty good, pretty solid story. And I'm gonna lock in here for a second. I don't necessarily love the shape I have going on here right now. In fact, I really don't like that. Yeah, I don't think this is perfect. I just want to get the basic shape in real quick. Let me outline this. Snow, can I join the SMP? Well, you can go ahead and apply if you join the Afterlife Discord. There's some more information on how to apply there. So basically the application process, though, you just have to apply. Now you do have to be a content creator to join. So, upload to YouTube, and we do like, everybody have like a you know, decent background or like have been on YouTube for a little while. So yeah, you gotta check that out there. And I will say, you know, they're all the members, we vote on it, and everybody, you know, pretty strict. We have pretty high, I guess, standards. So and it takes a little while, you know. We're all busy, we're all like full-time, you know, have full-time jobs and stuff. I don't think anybody's a full-time content creator right now. So yeah, it takes a little bit of time for us to get together to talk about those. So if you do end up applying, I just will say, you know, be patient, and best of luck to you. And you know what, if you don't get in, there's no reason that you can't, you know, improve or work on your content and, you know, apply to join at a later date, you know, after you feel like you're comfortable and ready to. So yeah, that is the TLDR on the application process, or how to join the server, so to speak. Code DC, hey, welcome. Happy to have you here. How long is the Afterlife server going to go on? Because to put all this effort in for it to end wouldn't be cool for you, I would think. Would you still play on the world if the server died? Or is it one of those servers that are going to go on forever? Yeah, that's a great question. So this is actually season 6. This server has been going on, well, the SMP itself, like not specifically this season, started in 2015, I want to say, actually by Mr. All Out J, who is online here. Oh, actually, he just left. That's ironic. But yeah, so this was started by Jay. And so it has been going for, you know, over 10 years now. But, you know, they've had 6 different worlds. But this one just started in November, I believe. Oh, my cat's feeder's going off. If you hear that in the background, they're going to sprint upstairs. They're such little gremlins. Love them, though. But yeah, so this world started, this one specifically, in November. So, you know, who knows? It could definitely die off, but I kind of don't anticipate it to. You know, everybody's been, you know, enjoying the new season quite a bit. It still feels pretty fresh. Actually, everybody's just kind of like starting to get into their mega bases a little more. Hence why I've been doing a lot more with my big old base. It will end at some point. I think the last one was like 2 or 3 years. So I think we're good. I think we have at least, you know, another year and a half on this world. Like, there's no way we're ending anytime soon, put it that way. I would say, yeah, at least a year and a half. So you have 2 subs, so you're a content creator. Can't wait to join. All right, well, we'll look forward to your application. Let's see. Do you text her after making a base, or do you text her right away? That is a good question. I think it kind of depends. Like, for something like this, where I can kind of just do it by hand, and I definitely, something like this, Shami, I definitely want to do by hand, because there's so much in here right now. Like, I don't want to try to add in a shape with Axiom, which might be easier. But if I was doing, like, for instance, this island, or I guess a little spoiler, the other island, I start them out, and you can see I haven't designed this other island. I start it out as a giant, you know, purple blob, and then I'll go ahead and I'll take, you know, like the melt tool, and maybe I'll do it like this, and, you know, I'll say, I want to carve out this piece here. I want this to be, you know, more hollow, and then I'll accidentally do that because I didn't put on a tool mask. But, you know, I'll carve this away, and I'll eventually make a shape like this. So I'm gonna undo that because I don't know what I want to do with this one yet. Or, like, if I'm making mountains, I'll do oh my gosh, let's see if I can remember. You're putting my knowledge to the test, even though you totally didn't ask for this. This is totally self-inflicted. But you can do which one is it? I'm totally blanking right now. Well, I think Fwip has a really cool video, and honestly, if you guys want to do like more stuff like this, like Axiom, well, he is AFK right now, but Ash on the server has some really great tutorials, and then Calvin, Calven, is sick. He's awesome. He has some incredible tutorials. on Axiom that really helped me learn how to build, you know, some of these crazy shapes like this. And I think this isn't even, I was trying to go for something more realistic with this, but then I was just messing around with the shape and I was like, whoa, this is really cool. This is like a giant coral island basically, and this on the server is in a giant coral reef, so kind of fitting that this is what turned out. So yeah, to long story short, I guess it depends. Bigger things I like to do, yeah, like you said, it's like an actual sculpture. I think that's what's cool, honestly. And like you could see some like the thought process for other things here, right? I'll drop in a whole bunch of like do some like work, and then I'll get to like the refined versions that I want to do, or spoiler, the other one that's going to be coming in, I mean, that's probably a couple months down the line. But yeah, it's really fun. Minecraft has become in a lot of ways for a lot of people like an art form, and I just love that. I'm like, some of the stuff that people build in this game, like I've been looking at like people who build like actual statues and sculptures in the game recently. Insane, absolutely crazy. I'm like, they are like cracked. So I'm like, that's something that I would really like to learn at some point here in the future. I do want to add some like sculptures or statues outside the base, so we'll see. Though I have some like lore and whatnot we're gonna have to tie in at some point, but we'll talk about that a little more when we work on the sword like portal itself. But let me grab a drink, and I gotta catch up. I don't wanna miss what you guys are saying. Ooh, yeah, code. If you have any builds from past SMP, you can put them in your world. You know what? It's so funny you mentioned that, because I literally, excuse me, I was thinking like when I was designing this base, you know, a couple months ago, I was like, whoa, like if I actually do this on the server and pull it off, it's cool. But when it ends, like it's gonna suck to not have access. So I think maybe it could be cool, yeah, somewhere on my hardcore world, which is like my forever world. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Oh yeah, my hardcore world is my forever world, which is kind of ironic because, you know, hardcore is like not forever. That's kind of the point of it. But I've been going in there for 4 years. I'm pretty careful. So if I end up, you know, liking this and the SMP ends, or like the season ends and we move on to season 7, I'd probably go ahead and maybe just like this island, or maybe add like an homage to it somehow. I don't know if I'd rebuild the whole thing, because this is like 400,000 blocks. It's a lot of materials, but it would be pretty cool. Yeah, oh yeah, like a mini version, that would be cool. No, this is dope. People use to make sculptures. Yeah, it's crazy if you go back like and, you know, look at some of the, like the early Minecraft videos. And that's not a knock on anybody's like early Minecraft videos, like, you know, block palettes and everything was so much more limited. But if you look at some of those, like compared to today, like nowadays, it's like, dude, what? Is this even the same game? You're gonna give it to some of your friends. Well, I don't know about that one, Snow, but we'll see. All right, so this is, I guess, roughly what the shape of the cave is. And I don't love these roots. I think we can do something with the roots still, but yeah. I am liking this though. Maybe the only thing I'm maybe not loving, because I do, and that's the problem, like we got to be careful with the redstone. No, it's too little. Maybe if we do something maybe like that. Well, now it's I'm so picky. Now that, you know, we could put like hanging roots or something there. Okay, I like that, because I still, yeah, and that's what I was talking about at the beginning of the episode, is like we'll shape this a little bit better, but I want it to feel distinctly like, you know, there's an entryway, but every angle you can come, oh, fall through the floor too. No, every angle you can see the portal at, like it should kind of be the focus. So yeah, this is kind of the focus of the portal, and it will be more moody like this. So I want the portal to give off a lot of the light. So like, yeah, we might have some like glow lichen tucked around here, but the portal will be the main kind of light source. And then over here, we're gonna have the style we have downstairs, like this style in this hallway, but we're gonna kind of transition it from like ruined and run down. So you can see I was already kind of playing around with the idea. I don't think this is I don't like this, but this is the rough idea. So that's kind of the vibe, and I don't super love this right now. We're gonna make some changes, but I'll leave it up to you guys. Do you want to keep working on the little cave here, or do we want to play around with the sword itself, which I have a very basic basic design for right now? While I give you guys a second, I'm gonna read over some of your chats here. Yeah, Shammy, dude, it is so cool to see what people are doing with Minecraft right now. It's like there's been like a total like building renaissance right now, so it's really cool. It's insanely cool whole base, especially the block palette. Oh, Alex, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I think, I don't know, just, and spoiler warning for the video that just I put out, I think it was today. Yeah, today. Just trying to do, like, think outside the box. Like, even in my hardcore world, it's a little more grounded maybe. And, you know, I'm trying to build more like medieval. So this is just something that is totally different for me, like this magical, whimsical kind of vibe we got going on. So, but, yeah, I will fly back up here because I want to read a few more comments. See, right, oh, Code, thank you so much. You love the video and the creativity. Oh, you subscribed. That means so much to me. I really appreciate that, man. And I will, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that next video out for you. Color blocks like a paint. Oh my gosh, you guys, stop. This is going straight to my head. My ego is massive and inflated now. See what you've done? No, I'm kidding. I will always stay humble. Okay, so let's maybe do a little work on the sword. This was kind of the design I had before, and instantly I realized I have to fly back up here. How wide is the portal? The portal's only going to be 3 wide. Okay, so that is right. How I have this here. Now, I'm trying not to give away too much spoilery stuff. What do we have here? Is this, yeah, purple glass. I think we could probably do obsidian. So the trick here, I don't know if you guys are, you know, familiar with like the whole Nether portal sword concept, but I got down like a rabbit hole a couple months ago, probably last year, like late last year. Because I knew I wanted to do this somehow for the base, and most of the portals, it's like, you know, the sword is sticking into the ground or poking up out of the ground in the Nether, or sticking into the ground in the Nether, and then, like, you know, the top half of the sword is in the overworld, which is super cool. I'm like, wow, that's a super cool, like, creative idea. But mine's gonna be a little bit different. So it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be sticking into the ground, but it's gonna be into the island up here. So basically the idea here is gonna be, this is like a, and you can see like the blade continues down. I don't know, it doesn't line up perfectly, but that's okay. That could be our little secret. Yeah, just because I don't, well, I guess I could move it over, but I don't want to mess up the mountain too much. Maybe we'll make it a little taller. But I do want it to be blended in with the environment, because the lure here is going to be that, you know, the ocean's down there where that blue line is. Basically, like a long time ago, you know, when giants roamed the earth, or, you know, whatever the lure will be, there used to be giants. Maybe we'll build a skeleton somewhere, like a giant skeleton in the ocean. That would be sick. Maybe like Halloween build. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. I think, you know, I want this to be jammed into here, because like the giant, you know, I don't know if he was defeated in combat or what, but he stuck his sword down inside of the coral rock mountain, and then maybe, yeah, we could find the skeleton later on, like, oh, this used to be his sword. Or we could even put like some bone blocks like in the terrain here, like it's been, you know, hundreds and thousands of years. So but now the question is, how do I make this cool? Because right now this is just such a basic design. Maybe make it a little higher to make it look more like a normal sword. Yeah, I think we could. Wait a second. Did I not clone it? Did I forget to? Maybe I forgot to finalize that. Oh, duh. Maybe that's what it was. I was gonna say, Alex, when you say higher, do you mean like have it up a little bit like this? Have it a little bit more, you know, so it looks a little longer? Because I think, yeah, I think I could probably go up a couple blocks. I swear, did I not do that in my place of sit? Maybe I hit Control Z. I don't know. Sometimes I'm just pressing buttons. Okay. Let's pull up. There's a couple pictures I was using for inspiration, and I should have pulled them up already so I could share with you guys, but let's look up another portal sword. I think if we want to go with this white, let's just clear out some space. I don't know if we're going to do anything with the obsidian. Let's just grab these pale oak blocks. We can do, you know what? Let's do shelf. I could do some buttons as well, but I do like the idea of having the handle being something different. So maybe let's be smart about this. Let's set up symmetry. Oh. Yeah, let's set it there. I just want to make sure I get lined up well. I think if I do that, basically, for those of you guys who might not know, yeah, this symmetry will let us do, yeah, there we go, let us do some cool stuff. So basically I have it set up now so it's going to mirror on either side of this block. So you can see when I place these blocks, it mirrors to the other side. Let's feel like, well, down at the hilt, I don't even know where to start. I can do, like, I wonder, maybe do we have something kind of like this? Yeah, right? Dude, Axiom is, it's literally, I cannot recommend it enough. I don't know if there's like, if any of you guys are on Bedrock, I don't know if there's any sort of like Bedrock equivalent, which always makes me feel bad if I'm like, you know, playing and doing stuff and then I can't offer like any sort of option for the Bedrock folks. But I will say, yeah, Axiom, it's just such a good tool. It's so incredible. It reminds you of the animated movie about the Sword and the Stone. Oh, called The Sword and the Stone, about King Arthur. Oh, that's cool. I'll be honest, I don't know too, or do I? Have I heard of that before? You guys might be bringing back memories I didn't even know I had. Let's enable access this way. Now I think if I do that, yeah, okay. Place tool. What would be here? Slab. Slab could be cool. Stair. Stair. What about a slab? What about a slab? That's do I like that? I don't know. I like that even less. I wonder, is there a way? Maybe like a double shelf could be cool. Maybe to make this a little wider. Hold on, I'm cooking. Maybe. But how do I want the stair to go? That's how I want the stair to go. And no, I don't want it to connect. You're a retired Bedrock player. Yeah, I used to play all the time. Oh, I used to get trapped in the dirt. No, I used to play a lot on my 360, which was super cool. I absolutely love that, and like some of like the mini games, like the Elytra mini game they had and stuff. Oh, just so peak, and I absolutely love it and will forever love it. But yeah, honestly, I don't know, man. At this point in time, it's just like Java. I feel like there's just so many goodies on Java. But what else? Sorry, I'm catching up with you guys in chat. Java's Dev Hunter. Yeah. Hey, UMBC, welcome back, buddy. Hope you enjoyed the video today. If you got a chance to check that out, and thanks for popping back into the stream. Oh yeah, the dye options, dude. Yeah, the dye and the cauldrons and stuff, so cool. Yeah, you guys rocking with this? I think this is pretty cool right now. I don't know, I'm just not sure if I love. Yeah, like, is that, I wonder. Okay, what if I do, is something like that cooler? I can't tell if that's cooler. It's too tall at the top. Are you saying here, or are you saying like this pale oak slab here? You think that's too tall? What if I do something like that? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'm not sure about, some of these edges are a little too, I don't think I can. Yeah, I'm clicking away. No, I can't. That's an illegal building technique. Jarvis, remove this man's axiom. Oh, you think do a trapdoor here? Trapdoor. I should set up a free cam shot back there to recall, but yeah, you know what? I think I'm liking this right now. This is all subject to change, but why? Oh yeah. Oh, DC, welcome back, dude. I'm glad you can stick around. I guess at least for me, I feel like there's so much you can do in the game with, like, you know, just vanilla at this point. And that's also more what I enjoy playing. Like, I think modded's cool. Maybe at some point I'll play more modded. Like, create has always been something that interests me. But I think at least for me personally, I don't know. Yeah, I think that I just really enjoy playing vanilla. Oh, sorry, I'm getting a phone call. That's okay. I'll call them back here shortly. But yeah, I think I've always enjoyed vanilla. Like, that's what I grew up playing, and you know, that's always had a place in my heart. And I think sometimes modded too just feels a little daunting to me. Like, there's just, I don't know what it is. There's just something that's, you know, I feel like there can be so much to learn. And I think too, especially like nowadays for me, like you might have been gone at this point, but I think just talking to chat here, we all kind of agreed, like, there's just so many like incredible things being like built right now, and like especially on YouTube, you can find like so many just talented people building like really creative stuff. And yeah, it's like, it's just, you know, in vanilla, and it's super cool to see. So I think that's why I'm just inspired. I'm like, the blocks we have right now, there's so much that we can do with them, and it's like, oh, it gets me excited. I'm getting worked up thinking about it. Uh-oh. Oopsies. I forgot symmetry was on for that. I think we have to have this here. Yeah, that's true, Alex. I do think I think there's probably a wider audience. But at the end of the day, I do still, you know, if I really liked playing modded, which I haven't for like, gosh, it's probably been like 7 years since I played modded. So maybe there is something I would really like, but I just think for me personally, I just really enjoy playing vanilla. And if I enjoy playing modded, then maybe I'd do like a modded series or modded playthrough, you know, if I decided to get into that. Absolutely, because at the end of the day, like, yeah, I absolutely want you guys to watch, and I super appreciate your support, but like, I'm just doing this for fun right now, you know. I would be building on this server, you know, regardless of if I had, you know, any subscribers or, you know, YouTube channel or anything. Like, I would still be playing Minecraft. It just so happens that I like to upload videos, and it just so happens that you guys have been crushing it recently. So I super appreciate that. I don't know if I mentioned that yet, but very, very appreciative for each and every one of you, and that you choose to come hang out with me with your time. That's cool. You guys are awesome for that. No. That was not it. Having trouble getting this handle to sit just right. Ooh, Andy, a ribbon swaying in the wind on the handle. That's a really cool idea. Oh, I love that. Where do you think would be cool? Do you think like here in the middle? Like, I mean, block choice, obviously, but you know, do you think something like that, or would it be on the handle more here? I guess you did say on the handle. I guess is this the hill technically? I would think like here is where you hold it. Maybe this part needs to be beefier. I don't know. Oh, spoiler. Everything's a spoiler right now in this creative world. Need some water. And actually, tell you what, guys, give me 1 second. I'll be back in 1 minute. You guys hang tight and think more about the sword here. And we're back. Welcome back. I see you guys, yeah, talking about the sword. We said red. Honestly, yeah, red was the first thing, not to totally copy you guys, but red was the first thing that came to mind for me too. Let's see. only thing beforehand that I want to do though is I want to get this shape right before we add anything crazy. So maybe, no, that just doesn't look right. I feel like that's too chunky. This part here. Maybe this is better. I mean, you guys let me know what you think. I think that was a little too thick. That looks better. That looks worse. I think this is gonna look goofy, but I'm gonna try it out anyways. I was right. I don't love that. That looks a little too big. I mean, maybe I don't hate this. Maybe this is the move. I'm just wondering if there should be some sort of like, well, I guess I can't do trapdoors here. Oh, and I can't do trapdoors here, so maybe not. Maybe there shouldn't be an extra level of detail. That just feels a little basic there. All right, here's one for you guys. Oh, I shouldn't have got rid of the wool. Oops, my bad. Couple ideas. Everything's coming to me all at once. I was going against this because I feel like in a lot of things I just go for spruce and stuff. But low key, do we like it better with mangrove? Does it? I feel like that looks a little more aged. Like, I think maybe that's. What the hell do we want to do? No, I think this better is mangrove. Yeah. So I think somebody asked, Alex, you asked about shaders. Sorry, I totally missed that. My bad. I actually don't use shaders. This is all vanilla. The mods, oh, spoilers. The mods though I'm using, there's a whole bunch for like the server, but the big ones, like the big like aesthetic ones I use are Better Clouds. Where is it? And then my personal favorite, actually I just downloaded Windy today or yesterday, which is super cool. I like it. I'll show you guys that in a second. But is Simple Fog, and here's my fog settings if you guys want to steal it. I want to say this is similar. I did something similar to like what B-Dubs does, because he uses a lot of the same stuff. But yeah, I'll use like, you know, fresh animations, things like that, just to make it feel a little more, say a little more vanilla friendly. No, ooh, terrible idea. What was I thinking? But yeah, just to keep it a little more vanilla. Because I have some shaders, but I don't know. I used to love shaders. I thought it was like the coolest thing for a while. And then I kind of was like, I don't know. Like, I'm not as into them anymore, I would say. But mangrove spruce. Yeah, I agree. I think that the mangrove spruce is kind of the goated combo right now. Okay, I wonder, maybe if we make little touch of purple there with the crying obsidian, and then let's just stack this down. I wonder if we can incorporate another like cool shape, but like on the sword itself. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we should have symmetry for that. Dang it. Now I gotta redo these ones. 2 stairs. Oh, life is so difficult. All right. Then I want to go ahead and, yeah, Andy, I want to try out your idea, dude, because that is a really cool idea. See what we can do with the sword a little bit. because I want this part facing inwards. Nope, that's got to go inside. I am picky, but that's just how I roll, I suppose. Let's see. I don't know if I like that. Get that off the screen. Maybe if it was up a little more? I think there's something I'm not rocking with. Maybe. That's not bad. And shelves, yeah, because I was gonna say we could do some signs. Now I have a mod that lets you render signs from a little farther away, but you know it's not gonna get it there. So that's why we're staying away from signs a little bit, because this is mostly going to be viewed from afar. Oh! I just realized something. Maybe you guys caught it. You caught on to it before me, but you know what? What if to integrate this a little bit more? And this is where it would go into the ground. Now I know I just had the little, oh, can't do that with symmetry, my bad. Little spiel. But what if, about like stuff not rendering, this wouldn't render? But a little detail like that is kind of nice. And you gotta think like the blade itself, that's gonna be in the nether probably. So, looks like a gemstone holder. Oh, you know what, Shammy? It looks like some hardware that's part of the handle. Oh, you know what? I'm so glad you said gemstone. You just gave me such a good idea, dude. Good call. And actually, we don't even have to do crying obsidian here. Now that you said that, I'm thinking of, I don't know if I want to do diamond, but yeah, because you know what? You know how like some swords will have maybe prismarine. Yeah, just a little like pop of color, like they have some gems in there. I wonder if even is that too much having that there? I could always do, where even are these blocks in the creative menu? Yeah, some fancy adornment, absolutely. Would the ore look cool? Maybe. I don't even know where to find these. Isn't it block of, okay. Emerald could look cool. Lapis could look cool. Red, but if we're gonna tie red in, maybe amethyst. Oh, amethyst could be good. We do have a lot of gold. Maybe gold. Oh, I think I definitely like gold better than diamond. Let's. Oh, I can already tell I'm not gonna. No, there's just, yeah. Oh, I put that in the wrong spot. Oops. I mean, yeah, amethyst is cool. Don't get me wrong. But I think, we'll try emerald. But I think it just blends in too much with the purple of like the glass, like the portal. Emerald Emerald is not bad, you guys. Emerald is really not bad. But I think, let's see gold again. I mean, I guess I could do one of each. Yeah, I think amethyst does look fire, but I am a little scared with the, with it looking too similar. You know, now I'm kind of leaning towards one emerald and one gold. I didn't try lapis. Let's try lapis. Let's make it even harder. That just, it blends too much. Yeah, emerald does pop nicely. Okay. I think I like this. I think I like the emerald here and the gold here. And we can also do you know what? Maybe we stay away from those buttons. Maybe we give this just a little extra level of detail. Do I like that button though is a question. I'm not sure if I like the black. Right, hear me out. Hear me out. You guys were saying red. I think you were on to something. Maybe crimson or mangrove buttons on here. Because I still want it to be dark, so it goes in with the portal a little bit. Oh, crimson is nice. Let's see, mangrove. Leave it to me to we're having like a 30-minute discussion about buttons and one singular block, but oh, I think I like mangrove. Oh, I also just got another sickening idea. You guys you're getting my creative juices flowing, which is bad because I was gonna end stream at like 15 minutes ago, but that's okay. We're cooking. Let's do a little bit more. It is the small details. That's kind of what I'm going for this season. There's a lot of the little things that add up to make, you know, the big thing special. Do we like the red hilt? Yeah, I'm with you, Shammy. I think mangrove takes the cake for the buttons. And you guys were mentioning amethyst. I think we can do something cool with amethyst. Because the more I look at this, I'm not sure I love this. And these details, remember, these are going to get like unrendered. But I think if we do some sort of pattern like this, we can get some amethyst in there, some gold. It's expensive. It is. It absolutely is. But is that too much? Is that too much? The maximalist style is growing on you. Yeah, it's a new thing for me too. It's absolutely a new thing for me too. You know, these past few months, but I have loved it. So, ending stream. Yes, you're right, Andy. I do want to get the ribbon. I think now this is cool. The only thing I want to try, and don't freak out, you guys. Don't worry. We're gonna put something back here. I promise. But I kind of want to try the inverse. I want to see gold with amethyst in the middle. Oh, that is not where the gold goes. We can even do it side by side. Oh, buttons do? I didn't realize buttons disappear. Maybe it's a mod I have then? buttons disappear much closer than the full block, so you won't be able to see them from afar. Oh! Maybe I have a mod. I don't know. Because I can still see them pretty good. Oh, I just undid something. Dang it. What did I undo? I undo this move. That's what I get for using my zoom too much. Let's move you up. Yeah. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. No, you're good, dude. You're good. I think, yeah, you're definitely right about the shelf things. I could be wrong about buttons, honestly, dude. It could be something that I have installed, truthfully. I didn't know if that was a thing before, but hey, could be me. MGL, welcome in. Brazil? Are you watching from Brazil? That's awesome, dude. Brazil is pretty awesome. Never been there, but would love to one day. Oh, wait a second. What am I doing? We gotta do something along the side here. Yeah, I can't have this just exposed. There we go. Okay. Whew. Much better. Then maybe if we're gonna do that pattern, we should do this on the sides. Again, the little details, like, we're probably gonna be the only ones to ever see that, but lots of little stuff. Boom, boom. Let's just throw in all the amethyst real quick. Then we'll do the gold. I might change that. I don't know how I feel about it, but I definitely... Alex, thank you so much, dude, for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Appreciate all your help and your feedback and whatnot. Yeah. Thank you so much. And yeah, ooh, Australia. Oh man, so it's got to be, what is it? Is it pretty late or early for you then? Yeah. Well, hey, I really appreciate you tagging along then. Thank you so much. I'm going to look up some inspiration real quick. Who was it? Not Shammy, sorry. Andy, you were the one who mentioned the ribbon, but I think Shammy, you were saying red, and I like that. So let me see. Sword with a ribbon. I'm just going to look on my phone real quick. Yeah. I see what you're saying. A lot of these are on like katanas. So yeah, I think you're saying like samurai. So that would make sense, I believe. I don't... Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, Shammy, you heading out too? Well, thank you so much for stopping by. We're gonna wrap up here shortly as well. But yeah, I appreciate all of the feedback and support and stuff. You think mangrove for the ribbon? Oh, that could be cool. Yeah, some combination of this. Get out trapdoors. I don't think we could do anything with pressure plates. The only thing I was thinking with red wool would be to have like carpet. So it's like blown in the wind that way. Oh, you're saying bye to Alex. Okay. I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't want to not say goodbye if you're leaving. That would just be rude of me. You're crying. Crying in the club. Let's get... No, dang it. Yeah, let's get like a basic shape. I don't know how long this should be. I think it should probably be attached to maybe the wood up here would look cooler. Yeah, because it does look like it's more on the handle. Yeah, I'm with you, Andy. When we get those wool slabs, it's game over. It's GG. It's a wrap. But until then, yeah, we'll stick with mangrove. Let's put that up there. I want it to look, I mean, it's got to look good from all angles, but most importantly here. And I think it'd be cool, yeah, blowing in the wind. I can't remember if I fabricated that or somebody said that, and you might have said that. So, only thing, we're definitely going to change this though, because if it's going to be, if that's going to be something else, what if we do hot take, purpur? I kind of like it. Yeah, I'm rocking with purpur. We'll leave it. So I want it to be blowing in the wind, but it is hard to make things look like they're moving. Maybe it needs to taper off down. Oh, replace. Oh my gosh. You guys are full of good ideas tonight. Yeah, that'll help. I don't love, I mean, that's just like a straight line. When in doubt, what I have learned, oh god, that is not the magic select tool. That's gonna like crash the server. No, what I have learned is, gonna go to the path tool. Let's do mangrove blocks for now. Bam, bam. Now that looks bad, but we're gonna rein that in. This again might be a case of like this is gonna be too small to do. Then it is kind of tricky. I haven't quite mastered this yet, but I'm getting better. So let me get you guys a better angle. Yeah, dude, we are hitting creative flow state. Give me 1 second. Okay. And we're gonna change these out for slabs for sure. I think this needs to go. Maybe this guy. No, you know what? I know what needs to happen. I think I figured it out. This needs to go up. But you need to go down. There we go. Up. There we go. I don't know. This could look so bad. A lot of the pictures I'm seeing, they do kind of like droop down. So that might be easier to do than making it like go in the wind. Oh, come on. Hello. I'm not super loving this so far. I think maybe when we switch it to slabs. Let's do something like that. He did not, in fact, cook. That's okay. We trust the process here. We trust the process here. Mangrove slab. What did you miss, UBMC? I guess it depends how long you've been gone. We've been working on this lovely sword. Ignore the mangrove mess I've created. Yeah, I don't think the line tool is it for this. Or if it is just straight up user error because I am not rocking with what I'm coming up with. But yeah, we're absolutely locked in creatively right now. Okay, maybe this just drapes down. Maybe it needs to go behind a little bit more. So it goes, oh, come on now. There we go. And then maybe out. down. Maybe stairs are the game changer. And then... Oh, you've been gone for like 15 minutes, so you probably saw some of the sword stuff. But yeah, now Andy had this great idea to give like a hanging like piece of cloth, because a lot of like samurai swords and stuff have that. And if you look up any like reference images and stuff on Google, they're pretty cool. That is pretty awesome. I feel like this is gonna be too thick. Oh my god, shelves exist. We can thin this out with shelves. That's not a bad start. That is not a bad start though. And I have, unfortunately, I do have to make the executive decision that this will probably be the last thing we're gonna do on stream here. So I want to make sure we get this right, you guys. Now oh my gosh. Dang it. Let me make a little platform for myself. I'm sure there's a way I can... Oh, you did see the sword. Good. I'm glad you saw the sword. I hope you like it. Like I said, I don't know when this will be a video. It might be a couple weeks before I get to actually build this. But and then can we double up the trapdoors here? Oh, okay, maybe we do an interior shelf then. Oh. Hey Burp, welcome in. Or is it ztVypr? Hope I'm saying that right. You can let me know what you prefer, but welcome in. Hope you are enjoying yourself. The sword looks sick. Oh, thank you so much. I don't hate this. I don't hate it, truthfully. I wonder. Yes, I just wonder if this might... Part of me thinks... I think that maybe felt a little too chunky. The stair. I mean, that doesn't look bad though, you guys. Oh. Andy, this is such a cool idea, dude. You're goated for that. I don't like it as much from the front. I'm not gonna lie. Square wood. Oh, Josiah, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're liking it. And welcome on in. I hope you are enjoying the stream. Do I like that better or worse? UMBC, it's better. Oh, I'm sure you're a great builder, and you know what? I don't even really consider myself a great builder, honestly. But I think, I don't know. I like to think that I've gotten better over the years, just by, you know, working on stuff like this. Oh, that totally bricks what we had going on. Huh. Is there... No, I don't think that's gonna work. Maybe. I don't know. I drawn a bit of a blank here. Slab? It just, yeah, it's like that right angle, I think, that's throwing me through a loop right now. Maybe, can I put a U there? I mean, that doesn't super eliminate the problem, but Maybe that's better. Is that better? I feel like that's kind of better. Maybe use a fence. Oh, you know what? Fence could be cool. Or even a fence gate. Stare on top of that weird angle. Are you saying here? Maybe? You know, a fence gate could help round it out, especially. Because fence gates are actually so useful for this kind of stuff. Yeah, maybe. What would a fence post look like? That could work. What does a fence gate look like? Yeah, because they don't quite connect, but if it's like a ribbon, you know, it should be more flowy and stuff anyways. Now, does that unrender? I don't think. Yeah, it's the stuff in those guys, the shelves does, but maybe bring the bottom to a double trap door if all else fails. Maybe there's a fence, stare at the top of that weird angle. Ooh, Honeybee, thank you so much for stopping by. I don't believe I've seen you in here tonight, so fences look a little bit tattered as well. Yeah, we could try do some. You know what? Let's do a mixture. What is? Yeah, so the fence. Maybe even. I'm liking that. Some fences, some fence gates. Could we even do something like that at the bottom to make it a little more tattered? Maybe this even pokes out a hair bit there. And then maybe I liked the idea, Shamiri said the double trapdoor. Oh my gosh, I need to I think there's a way in Axiom where I don't have to place like a little bridge here, but that's okay. I want to. It's a personal choice. You know, maybe we do that. And maybe it ends like that. I mean, yeah, I'd say that's a really cool ribbon, honestly. Andy, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Not doing that. Steve, oh, I appreciate that. I'm so tough. Spelled the proper way. Tough like the block. Which, okay, sorry. Spoilers, there's the second island. So if you guys stuck around, you get to see some of the second island. Oops, I didn't even realize I was showing that. Locking in on this for a second. Do you guys think this should be the front? Or should it be the back? I kind of like the idea of the ribbon hanging behind it. But do you guys, like, does it look as cool? You know, I guess it is more like a secondary detail on the sword. What do you guys think? The ribbon looks amazing. Oh, thank you. I think I do like it this way. Although, hang on. Yeah, a little more depth. No, we can't do that. Although, wait. No. I'm trying to do too much. I truthfully am. The ribbon should be in the back. The ribbon behind is good. Okay, I agree. So I'll tell you what. I am going to forget what buttons to press. No, I remember now. We're going to clone this. I'm going to move it up. The purple does look cool, I think. Oh, definitely not moving all that. But I'm going to clone it. I'm going to move it up to the top here. And I think we're going to call that quits there. That was really fun, though, you guys, where we just kind of like, not when I messed up, oh my gosh. When we just went into like flow state there all together. Super cool. I might have to destroy that first. Hang on. A little piece that gives us. Yeah, absolutely. And I think, yeah, even I was gonna say now, yeah, now that we were all working on this together, when the video comes out, it'll be like a little collaborative effort. This is like a little group project. So, see, I did feel like I'd kind of hit a little roadblock creatively with the sword. So, you guys were a super big help. I really appreciate you. Well, have a good night, Andy. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great night too. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, dude, great suggestions. Like that ribbon is like, oh, that's just the chef's kiss, the little final detail there. So, okay, did I get everything? I think I got everything. That looks like everything. So now we're gonna do a quick fly up here, move it there. We're gonna flip it. I think yeah. And then maybe oops. So that's gonna mess this up a little bit. That's okay. But I'll just give you guys the full view of the sword there. That looks super cool. Wow. And just think, when we have the sword, this will be the view from the bridge, so you'll get to see the sword. Actually, we will get to see some of the cool little side details. And then it'll extend down here. So we did a little bit of work in the cave too. I still got some texturing to do, but that's okay. But you guys, I think that's where we're gonna wrap it up here for tonight. I got a couple more comments I want to read before we're done. Yeah, I think it looks nicer behind the sword chamois. Thank you so much. Honeybee, I just recently came across your channel. Your vids have been really inspiring. Oh, stop. That is so sweet. I'm so glad that you found the channel and that I got you excited to get back into building. Oh, that makes my heart happy. I'm happy that I could help you get back into building, because yeah, this has just been so fun and so cool seeing everybody's reactions. So what else? Andy, quite nice. Yeah, very lovely. Have a good night. Yeah, you too, UMBC. Thank you so much for stopping by again. And to everybody, really, this was such a fun little collaborative effort. I ended up streaming for like 40 minutes longer than I wanted to, but we were just having so much fun. Like you guys said, we really hit flow state on that sword. This spot here is looking incredible. Yeah, we spent some time on the little nitty-gritty details, but you know what? Honestly, dude, it was so worth it. So just thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did streaming here tonight. And yeah, I will see you guys very soon. Thanks so much for watching.